I am Tammy Goldeisen, principal of Marys Ridge High School, and I want to welcome you. Thank you. To the graduation ceremony of the class of 2022. We invite all of you to find a seat so our commencement ceremony can begin. We expect to enjoy a wonderful celebration this morning. However, in the event of an emergency, the school system and pavilion staff will follow the emergency operations plan. If there is a need to evacuate during today's ceremony, please exit the pavilion to the nearest exit and seek the nearest safe shelter. In addition, school staff members in security vests are waving to you now from the exits in the four corners of the pavilion. Please note the location of your nearest exit in case of an emergency. Walk, do not run to that exit. If there is an announcement to evacuate, we will not resume the program. Diplomas can be picked up on June 1st at Marys Ridge High School between 7 a.m. and 3:30. Following the ceremony, we ask that graduates, guests, and school staff avoid lingering and vacate the parking lots as soon as possible. This is necessary to ensure that those arriving are able to park and find a seat in advance of the ceremony that follows. At this time, we ask that you clear the aisles for safety of the graduates as they process to their seats. I also ask that the audience please remain seated during the processional so that all families can see their graduates. Thank you. And now, the moment you have all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2022. Seniors, you can sit for momentarily. We are waiting for the live stream to happen, so go ahead and relax.
I'll come back and let you know.
Okay.
Hopefully it's just a minute.
Okay.
Does Nick have anything that they could play?
Do you want to? I don't think they probably have the music for it. No, it's okay.
So it'll just take a second. Hopefully, and if it doesn't, we're going to proceed on.
Okay.
And let's have a little-
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Thank you. At this time, will the audience members please rise for the national anthem, which will be sung by Hashini Amarasinghe.
Dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets echoing, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, Saint ours, that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Sing amazing.
Good morning. My name is Maya Parker. I would like to welcome our honored guest. Please stand as your name is called to be recognized. The Honorable Dr. Calvin Ball, Howard County Executive. Dr. Yoon Liu, Howard County Board of Education. Dr. Michael Margarano, Superintendent, Howard County Public School System. Ms. Tammy Goldeisen, Principal, Marriotts Ridge High School. The Honorable Katie Fry Hester, Maryland State Senator, District 9. The Honorable Courtney Watson, Maryland State Delegate, District 9B. The Honorable David Youngman, Howard County Council Member, District 5. Ms. Anissa Dennis, Chief School Management and Instructional Leadership Officer. Mr. William Barnes, Chief Academic Officer. Mr. Jahantab Siddiqui, Chief Administrative Officer. Mr. Scott Washington, Chief Operating Officer. Dr. Kendra Johnson, Community Superintendent. Mr. David Burton, Performance Equity and Community Response Director. The Marriotts Ridge administrative team includes Ms. Mary Cherry, Mr. Martin Vandenberg, Mr. William Frank, English teacher, Class of 2022 co-sponsor and Teacher of the Year. Mr. Quinn Corey, Social Studies teacher, Class of 2022 co-sponsor. Ms. Elizabeth Crawford, Social Studies teacher. And we have our student presenters, Hashini Amarasinghe, Eric Bennett, Alice Jacobs, Mia Johnsonbaugh, and Jacqueline Palmer. Thank you.
Good morning. Thinking back in the last 4 years, a number of memories of my time here at Marriotts Ridge stand out. I remember a time in 9th grade. It was our first club fair, and while we were all getting pressured to sign up for clubs in exchange for a lollipop, I thought about how big everyone was, towering over my 14-year-old self. This year, I got to see a similar club fair, but from the view of those giants who towered over me years ago. I had a realization as I saw that it was now my friends trying to bribe freshmen into their clubs with candies. Those giants I saw in 9th grade really didn't know what they were doing. One day we will be the teachers, the parents, the business people we see around us. And we probably won't know what we're doing then either. I remember a time in 10th grade. I was in Mrs. Alexander's computer science principal's class when I heard for the first time that we were going to have 2 weeks off for a virus called COVID-19. What a long 2 weeks it's been. We really had two different high school experiences. In a lot of ways, our time as the upperclassmen, the big kids in school, was taken from us. If there's one group we should all thank for getting us through that wonderful year of online school, it's our teachers. While we sat playing Fortnite with our cameras off on Google Meet, they got up every morning balancing, in many cases, their own children going to online school and a completely different semester class schedule. They adapted and continued to do their best to teach us when teaching was hardest. I remember a time in 11th grade. Actually, I don't really remember much of 11th grade. The sense of community we built in school, seeing classmates in the halls, eating lunch with friends, sporting events, field trips, concerts, plays, spirit weeks, pep rallies, was all but gone. People were actually telling me that they missed going to school. Teenagers missing school. Can you believe that? I remember a time in 12th grade, walking into school on the first day this year. I had a smile on my face that no one could see under my mask as I walked through a bustling hall to my next class. Missing a year of school has provided us with perspective on the value of our school experience that we might otherwise have missed. It has shown the importance of being together as we work and learn and play. I think we're all going to miss this place. Yes, Marriotts Ridge was where we sat through countless tests and long days, but it's also at Marriotts Ridge where we made friends that will last a lifetime, where we were prepared for the rest of our lives. I'm always going to remember my time here, and I hope you will too. Thank you. Now, please join me in welcoming the MRHS Chamber Choir, directed by Mr. Ross Rawlings, who will perform an Irish blessing.
Dear class of 2022, it has been a long ride. Time has exposed us to various obstacles and molded us into the people we are today. We have been through good times, bad times, and what people refer to as unprecedented times together, and now it is all coming to an end. If you know me, you know my response to everything is, "You're done." But this time, I can say that and have it be more than a last resort when I have no comeback. You are done with high school, done with the morning traffic, people cutting you off in the parking lot, running from the parking lot into class to make it on time, and rushing to finish that assignment that you definitely started days in advance, just like the teacher told you to. Seriously though, the adrenaline rush of submitting an assignment at 11:59 on the dot and seeing that confetti instead of the red late sign is so much better than anything you could get at a day at Six Flags. And you'll still have to deal with some of those things, but you just won't be a high schooler. But in actuality, while I'm saying you're done, this is only one stop in your life, and I know that can be daunting at times. I am no stranger to the fear of one's future being unknown and the debilitating stress that can cause. The fear of not wanting to waste a second of the finite time you have on this planet making a wrong turn. But I offer this shift in the narrative as comfort. You have time. You have time to make mistakes, time to recover from those mistakes, and time to start over. You have time to find all the people you will love and who will love you in this world. You have time to create friendships and build a true village that will support you in your most tumultuous times and raise you above their heads in celebration when you are most triumphant. I want that for all of you, and I have faith that you will find it as you make your way through life. Finally, our time in high school has reaffirmed my belief in the importance of showing both compassion and appreciation. So I knew that I could not leave this stage today without saying this. And I wish that I could take each of you individually, parents included, and look you in the eye when I say this. I am proud of you. I am so, so proud of you. It doesn't matter what you did not do or what you could have done. Sorry, I'm not gonna cry. Or what you could have done. It only matters what you have done. And I'm proud of you for who you are, how far you've come, and how far I know you will go. I'm proud of you for everything you have accomplished. You are so, so loved. And I hope that in the times when the ground is shaking beneath your feet and you're unable to find your bearings, you are grounded in the fact that you are valued. Again, not for anything you've done, but solely because of who you are. As you unapologetically take the world by storm, never forget that. Thank you so much. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Alice Jacob, and I'm honored to speak on behalf of the class of 2022 in awarding this year's Teacher of the Year. I'm sure we can all think of that one unforgettable teacher, one whose light illuminated our purpose and guided us in our journey of self-discovery. What made them so great wasn't intricate lesson plans or a strenuous curriculum, but rather their ability to create ripples of change in our lives, impactful enough for us to create echoes of our own. The teacher we recognize today is someone our class has grown to deeply admire and respect. Many of us did not even have him as a teacher, but the limits of his class roster never stopped him from finding ways to connect. Whether it be a simple hello in the hallway, a curious "how are you?" or an overwhelming expression of pride, Mr. William Frank is someone who cares, someone who loves, and someone who impacts. A peek into his classroom would be immersed with words of affirmation, deeds of passion, and lessons of change. Students most often cite it as a safe space, one where opinions are welcomed and sentiments are understood. And even if you weren't really an English person, Frank's love for literature inspired you to mirror his perspective and awaken an affinity of your own. When asked why they chose Mr. Frank, students unequivocally point to his authenticity and consideration for them. They describe their awe of how philosophy, critical thinking, and theories of purpose could blend together so beautifully in his lesson plans. This sense of care paired with insightful education are what allow him to radiate that warm aura of refuge for his students, one that waters the curiosity sprouting from their minds and shatters the doubt emerging from their fear. Many inspiring teachers appear in the footnotes of the story of our lives, but unforgettable teachers like Mr. Frank positively shift our entire plot. Remarks of gratitude will never amount to the impact and the influence he has spread. Regardless, the class of 22 would like to convey an incredible amount of appreciation and welcome to our 2022 Teacher of the Year, Mr. William Frank.
What's up, guys? Courage. In today's world, it is too often thought of as a single heroic moment pulled from the ending of a superhero film. These single moments of heroism dominate the collective consciousness of our popular culture and may well be how courage has been demonstrated in the past. But today's world calls for a different type of bravery. Today, courage is about daily fortitude and personal perseverance. Today, courage is about choosing every day to look for the basic goodness in people, choosing to step up, to put in the effort to do work and do it well. Today, courage is thinking for yourself when every social media post and every media outlet seem to want to do your thinking for you. Today, courage is facing this constant barrage and choosing to put down your phone in search of becoming the best you that you can be. As I look around this pavilion, I am reminded of the strength that you already have, and just how many of you have already shown this daily endurance that is required just to make it here, even in the face of overwhelming uncertainties that have been presented by the last 3 school years. Each of you carried the weight of that uncertainty in the front pockets of your backpacks, where it lingered, often heavier than the heaviest of your textbooks. Each of you came to school anyway. You carried that weight and countless others. You demonstrated basic human kindness, and you worked to learn more about your subjects, yourselves, and the world. Did you buckle under that weight sometimes? We all did. Were there moments where you wanted to shrug that weight off your shoulders? Perhaps. Yet here you are, having finished what you started, having risen to the challenge of relearning what it means to expect the best out of yourself. Your determination may sometimes be overlooked because it wasn't always coupled with that silent, gritty smirk that we are accustomed to seeing in popular film. But I see that determination in you, and today I ask you to build upon it. You are graduating from one of the top public schools in this country. Look around you. If our future leaders are not here, then I ask you to tell me where they are, right? And so with this in mind, I ask you to undertake the greatest feat of courage. I ask that when society says that you do not have to do your best, that you tell society that this is your best anyway. Give them your best anyway. I ask that when society says something cannot be done, that you set out to prove that society lacks the vision that you have. Most importantly, I ask that when society tells you to be afraid, that you show society what true courage looks like, because you have it, and society needs to see that, not as a fiction played in cinematic flourish on a theater screen, but as a real-world model that can inspire greatness. If you take the courage you have and use it as an inspiration to bet on yourself, your mind, and your potential, I honestly believe that you will not only find success, but that you will show others how to be successful even in the face of this uncertain world. The world needs leaders. You have the power to be those leaders. You need only to harness the courage that is already inside you. Thank you, guys. Congratulations. Have a great day.
Good morning. I want to welcome all our graduates, families, friends, and all special guests today. Graduation ceremonies are always a time of celebration and reflection for all that you have accomplished in your time at Marriotts Ridge High School. We all know that time has passed quickly over these past few years, and I know that your next journey, whatever that may be, will be exciting yet challenging. You have the skills to navigate this next chapter. The way that you handle yourselves and the challenges that you have overcome are impressive and will do well for you when you face the other challenges in your future. You are solid achievers and have always exceeded the norm. When you focused on your goals, you achieved outstanding results. You are constantly working to improve yourself, to reach the standards set by our staff. You reflected on the suggestions made to you, and you sought feedback to improve your performance. These are the skills of future leaders. You have those skills to take on this world and show us how you will use your power and influence to challenge conventional wisdom. I am so proud of all that you have done while under our care, so I can only imagine how your parents and guardians feel today as we watch you walk across the stage, receive your diploma, and be congratulated by so many people who care about you and love you, including Dr. Martirano. You are polished, poised, have a strong moral character, and you remain steadfast in your beliefs. You have been performance conscious, showed us a strong sense of purpose, and a high level of commitment. Your sheer determination and intense desire to achieve has been nothing short of impressive. This is what we wanted for you to acquire before you leave us for the next phase of your life. So you are leaving us with those skills and the intellect that you need for your future endeavors. Congratulations to the students who received college acceptance offers. Congratulations to those students who selected trade schools, community colleges, joining the military, taking a gap year to focus on your mental health or to earn some money, or those who still have no idea what they will be doing next. There is not just one path in life. Find yours. There are 7 pieces of wisdom I want to share with you. Number 1, words are powerful. Use them wisely. 2, people come and go, but the right ones stay. 3, you are doing enough, even if it doesn't feel like it. 4, failure is when you don't try. 5, random acts of kindness make everyone feel better. 6, live for today, not for tomorrow. And 7, don't look back, keep moving forward. Thank you for being so awesome to work with, so awesome to be around, so awesome to watch grow up, and simply giving us your best every single day. You are Mustangs for life. So go out there and show us exactly what you have inside to make this world a better place. This is what I wish for you. I wish for you enough sun to keep your attitude bright, no matter how gray the day may be. I wish for you enough rain to appreciate the sun even more. I wish you enough happiness to keep your spirit alive and everlasting. I wish you enough pain so that even the smallest of joys in life may appear bigger. I wish you enough gain to satisfy your desire. I wish you enough loss to appreciate all that you possess. I wish you enough hellos to get through the goodbyes. I love you and congratulations. As you receive your diploma, we all up here are happy to have a nod, a fist bump, a handshake, or a hug. We'll allow you to take the lead. As this is my last graduation ceremony, I am literally and figuratively dropping the pom-pom. Dr. Liu, Dr. Martirano, as principal of Marriotts Ridge High School, I hereby certify that the graduates seated before you have met all the requirements for graduation as set forth by the Howard County Public School System and the Maryland State Department of Education. They are eligible to receive a Maryland High School diploma, a certificate of completion, a certificate of attendance, or a certificate of achievement. It is now my pleasure to introduce our county executive, Dr. Calvin Ball.
Thank you so much for those wonderful words and that introduction. On a special day like today, I think it's critically important to adhere to the 3 B's of giving a speech set forth by President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who was elected to 4 terms as President of the United States. Be sincere, be brief, and be seated. Now, I became your county executive 4 years ago when you became freshmen. And we've grown together. My first year in office felt like a freshman year. I had to figure out where the bathroom was and to learn that there was no pool on the roof like I was told. I remember the excitement, awkwardness, and anxiety and hope of learning new things, making new friends, and trying not to look too silly. We were on a new road with new signs. I made some mistakes, but knew that by the end of the year, I grew and could make a better second year. Now, during our sophomore year, as we were preparing to take the lessons we learned and forge them into an even better year, we began to hear about something dark on the horizon. The road was becoming a bit scary. Our junior year was treacherous, a lonely road, sometimes filled with anxiety, isolation, or uncertainty. That year was pretty much virtual, with us taking most of our classes and meetings online, my wife cutting my hair, thanks honey, empty roads and days filled with sometimes a similar emptiness. Many of us experienced loss that we are still working through. I lost my dad, who was my greatest hero and best friend. As seniors, our fourth year has been one where, although we are on the road to recovery, we have had twists and turns and maybe a few bumps along the way. To our beloved graduates, this journey, our journey, we overcame obstacles and frustrations, negativity and division, fear and loss. We worked through distance from friends and family, physical and mental health challenges, and more. Here you are today, graduates. You persevered, you're resilient, you're courageous, you made it. And while I feel a special connection to you all given our shared journey, please know it isn't just me. You've made your teachers, families, and all of Howard County supremely proud of you. Your success is something that is helping reignite the flames of hope in all of us and lights the way toward a better tomorrow. To all your family members and loved ones, thank you for your steadfast support of our graduates. We may want to forget a lot about these last 4 years and only focus on the good things ahead. I ask you to fight that urge. Before your next steps toward a new beginning, whatever that may be, reflect upon what you've learned, how much you've conquered, and what you've accomplished. Look around and enjoy the magic in this moment. This magnificent moment we share with people who love and support you, who have cared for and nurtured you throughout your life. You are prepared to keep learning new things, making new friends, and it's okay to look a little silly and be a little scared sometimes. You've learned how to read the new signs and will be able to even create some of your own. Congratulations, you did it.
It is my distinct pleasure to introduce our amazing Superintendent, Dr. Michael Martirano.
Good morning, Marriotts Ridge High School community. How are you today? Give your principal a big round of applause, if you would. A big round of applause. For those of you who don't know, she is retiring this year, and this is her last graduation. Give her another round of applause. We are so proud of you, as has been mentioned several times today, and for those of you who don't know me, know that this is my favorite day of the school year, and my excitement is off the charts. I'm wearing my school colors, silver and blue, my socks with Mustangs on it, and my Mustang pin. So let's roll, because I have a few things I want to say as well. Simply put, you have brought your absolute best self today, and you look marvelous. And it is so good to see you in person. Audience, would you agree that they look marvelous? Give them a round of applause. A round of applause. Graduates, we have placed you in the center of this arena. Take a look around. Elected officials and leaders on the stage, all of your family and supporters are around you, and you are the center of why we are here today. But without all these individuals around you, this day would not have been possible. So I'm asking that all of you and the entire audience give all of your supporters, your family, a big round of applause as well. Now, I recognize that I am one of the few things standing between you and your diploma. And I want to move quickly and provide you with a few memorable words. There is no question in my mind that you've achieved many great feats, both inside and outside the classroom. However, having strong character is the wraparound ingredient that has set you apart. You have demonstrated strong character by showing hard work, perseverance, grit, resilience, passion, determination, grace, compassion, and yes, empathy. For that, you should be exponentially proud of each and every one of you. Now, if I could go back a few years ago, and just a few years ago, back in time and talk to my 18-year-old self on my high school graduation day and offer myself some advice, there are a few things that I would say. So I want you to listen carefully to the few lessons that I've learned along the way. And to parents and community members and relatives, I want you to get out your notebook and take these down, because your homework is to review these this evening with the graduates. Number 10, never bully or hurt another person. Would you agree? First one, yes. Number 9, always allow your sparkling personality to shine through by wearing crazy socks. And I hope to see some of those today as you walk through and receive your diploma. This goes out to all family members, especially to our grandmothers in the audience, and listen carefully. Never, and I mean never, post anything on social media that you would want your parents, your grandparents, especially your grandmother, or your future employers to see. Would you agree? Absolutely. Parents, I want to see if this has happened today already. Number 7, always make your bed as soon as you get up each morning, because doing so sets up the day with a sense of accomplishment. I could hear the rumblings. A few of you didn't do that today. Would you agree, parents? This is my favorite, and this is the most profound on the list, and I want everybody to take this one down. And if you remember nothing else about graduation today, remember these words. Number 6, never, ever, ever, wait for it, put pineapple on pizza. That's downright wrong. Never put pineapple on pizza. Number 5, always turn off your cell phone and seek opportunities to talk to people face to face. You'll be glad that you did. Agree. Number 4, another very important one in terms of future gift giving. Never, ever, ever, wait for it, give a fruitcake as a gift. That's wrong too. That's just wrong. And again, this is really germane to the moment. Many of you are going to be receiving gifts. Always send a handwritten thank you note immediately after receiving a gift. Can you do that for me? Handwritten, not a text. And number 2, always work hard, be kind, and use your skills and education and talents to make a difference for those who are less fortunate than you. Promise me that. And number 1, never be afraid to say, I'm sorry and that I love you, because leading with love is a position of strength, and it will make all the difference in the world. Do you agree? Please do that. Graduates, I love each and every one of you. I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to greet you and present you with your diploma and see your crazy socks as well as you walk across the stage. Job well done. Thank you very much, and I'm so proud of you. Big round of applause for all of you. Now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce Board of Education member, Dr. Yun Liu. Please go up to the podium at this time. Thank you very much, everyone.
Good morning. On behalf of the Howard County Board of Education, it's my honor to congratulate you, Marriotts Ridge High School, class of 2022. Today is an important milestone for you. You are ready for a new chapter in your life. I know that you cannot wait to get your diplomas. There's a platinum rule. Treat others the way they want to be treated. So I'm going to follow this platinum rule, end my speech here, and congratulate you again. It's time to receive your diplomas.
Thank you, Dr. Liu, Dr. Martirano, and Dr. Ball. We appreciate your words of advice and attendance at today's ceremony. Parents, guardians, guests, as we begin this portion of our program, when we award the diplomas, I want to remind you that many, many hours of hard work and practice have gone into making this event special for each family and graduate. This is a distinguished and formal ceremony, and every family deserves to hear the name of his or her graduate. I'm asking you to refrain from recognizing individual students or using noisemakers as your child walks across the stage. We move quickly and we want all names to be heard and all graduates to be properly acknowledged. We will applaud all graduates after each name is read and at the end of the row. So please help us maintain the dignity of the ceremony and allow each family to hear his or her child's name. We thank you so much. Will Mrs. Crawford and Mr. Vandenberg please come to the podiums to read the names of our graduates?
Hashini Anjana Amarasinghe. Eric Rafe Bennett. Alice Thomas Jacob. Maria Joy Johnsonball. Jacqueline Elizabeth Ayodele Palmer. Maya Noel Parker. Matthew Francis Barbera. Deanna Chachi. John Douglas Haywood. Johannes Matthews John. Neha Narayan. Arnav Patel. Logan McKenna Rouse. Riley Shannon Savage. Robel Tatek.
Michael Peter Abadir. Faria Abbas. Lacey Brooke Adams. Isabel Suhyun An. Tanishq Ahuja. Ayulari Daniel Akinwale. Caroline Elizabeth Albert. Emir Franzen Al-Hariri. Aga Mustafa Ali. Shabir Hassan Ali. Adam Al-Kardaji. Nadine Samer Alomar. Chloe Michelle Altenberg. Terrence Khalil Anderson. Ian Ale Andrews. Neha Lakshmi Anumalasetti. Pedro Arantes Gabriel. Karina Kaur Aurora. Srinidhi Arumagam. Sanvi Atal. Pranav Reddy Avula B. Shreya Reddy Banala. Samuel Lawrence Bartley. Mark Allen Nganoy Bayot. Lauren Amelie Bedell.
Ethan Patrick Berry. Ian Ulysses Betterson. Matthew John Beverungen Jr. Sahana Seshun Barthwaj. Sayen BC. Shayla Kamira Bland. Hayden Steele Bovard. Megan Estelle Boyce. Sydney Amanda Namade Brewer. Carter Bruce Brown. Kennedy Taylor Brown. Isabel Grace Bryden. Colette Amelie Buchler Niemeyer. Colin Alexander Buchler Niemeyer. Robert Charles Bird. Haley Rose Byrne. Alessandra Nicole Callan. Asia Sarai Marie Campbell Shepherd. Varsha Chandran. Alex Shinjian Chen. Megan Lucy Chen. Raymond Chen. Sean Aiden Chang. Mason Jax Chiswick. Sai Charin Chodavarapu. Caleb Hachung Choi. Jackson Moses Choi. Jeremy Minyuk Choi. Kwangsa Choi. Sanjana Naidu Chokaku. Amy Ki Chan. Anne Sujung Chong. Alina Heyun Chung. Andrew Kevin Clark.
Michael Alexander Clevenger. Catherine Recometa Colburn. Hannah Elizabeth Coomber. Aiden Jeffrey Costello. David Andrew Kauser. Ella Patricia Crocetti. Daniel Cuellar Martinez. Brooks Vincent Cumberland. Zachary Aiden Cummings. Zachary Miano Cunningham. Romina Darai Boff. Leanna June Dargis. Neha Gorong Dave. Kirsten Lindsay Delk. Alexandra Lee Del Monte. Luke Adrian DePiru. Dylan Dewan. Emily Isabella Demanda. Lily Angeli Demanda. Michaela Rose Donovan. Jay Tejas Doshi. Julia Elizabeth Duffy. Benjamin Charles Dyer. Rishi Iriganeni. Sarah Winching Fan. Brady Shea Fenlon. Ella Catherine Ferbert. Christine Dassi Mengwe Fienkeng. Ethan Nathaniel Filigenzi. Gavin Gabriel Michael Fritz.
Lauren Emily Fulmer. Catherine Arlette Gervais. Aria N. Gavaria. Prithvi Sai Veer Gudatori. Tyler Thomas Gladstone. Aiden William Glover. Setumatavan Gokulakrishnan. Jesse James Grandstaff. Sophia Richards Grayson. Hudson Ryan Grill. Ria Gudanti. Anoki Desai Gudaduri. Arya Habibi. Alexa Marie Hadaway. Sophia Gianna Hagu. Aaron Odell Hammonds Jr. Anna Faith Hahn. Andrew Jacob Harper. Nathaniel Andrew Harris. Daniela Nicole Harris. Colin Joseph Hardigan. Charles William Haywood. Anna Helene Hebner. Grace Helen Hajibu. Alana Noemi Hennessy Loyo. James Ryan Herman. Ariel Alexis Hersher. Carolyn Rose Hibbs. Sydney Lynn Ho.
Maximilian Hollis. Tammy Hong. Sarah Hossein. Anderson Hu. Arist Hu. Daniel Huang. Margaret Watley Hubbard. Abdul Ghaffar Oladapo Idou. Aditya Gopal Iyer. Stephen Brian Jackson. Arjav Jain. Ayush Anand Jain. Luke Patrick Jantak. Jessica Nicole Jeffries. Matthew Alexander Jimenez. Damian Luis Jimenez. Fumilayo Sidel Mariah John. Casey Aaron Jones. Alexander Yugun Ju. Esther Taun Ju. Alexandra Kathleen Caleras. Margaret Mary Kalbaugh. Nicholas David Kalbaugh.
Yusuk Andrew Kang. Nathan Changwon Kang. Swetha Cannon. Sukyam Casey. Aiden James Keenan. Ryan Casey Keenan. Christopher Michael Kennedy. Taylor Walker Kidd II. Thomas Jefferson Kidd. Abigail Chihei Kim. Ashley Haeun Kim. Ashley Yoon Kim. David Jin Kim. Howard June Kim. So-Yun Anna Kim. Christopher John Kosak Jr. Morgan Ashley Amelia Kofi. Jordan Lee Coman. Christian Thomas Commissar. Paul Jacob Kraft. Corey Dean Hughes. Arnav Deepak Kulkarni. Navya Kanadi.
Olivia Marie Kuznetsova. Brandon Allen Lake. Alua Tomison Aluadara Laney. Nicholas Andrew Larson. Daniel C. Lee. Dylan Unjay Lee. Erica Aujin Lee. Kara Hedim Lee. Noah Sangwoo Lee. Ryan Lee. Sunghak Lee. Veronica Patricia Lee. Keyshawn Kadir Lee Green. Mingshan Lei. Haley Grace Lettinga. Caitlin Elizabeth Lewicki. Kiana Obis Laritana. Emma Lanshin Lee. Grace Jilan Lee. Vivian Zhuang Lee. Yufeng Lee. Ryan Yenli Lim. Leslie Xian Lin.
Sean Patrick Lincoln. Anastasia Elizabeth Lindquist. Ryan Arnold Lippy. Grace Yen Liu. Justin Liu. Callista Liu. Kevin Jian Liu. Corbin Jeremy Lowry Baker. Carly Ann Losey. Manasvi Reddy Mamila. Malhar Mansourwale. Joseph Peter Manarelli. Caden Jake Manwiller. William Elton Martineau. Madison Darlene Matlock. Catherine Rose McConnell. David Clinton McDonald. Cameron Aileen McLaren. Dissonance McManus. Samuel Luis Mejia. Abigail Suzanne Michaud. Moo Lee Malark.
Aiden Banked Miller. Brooke Marie Miller. Janina Maria Mills. Chris Seyoung Moon. Roger Fernando Morales Aguilar. Emmy Rose Moran. Musa Faisal Mota. Ashley J. Munn. Rachel Maria Munns. Delaney Regan Murtha. Harini Muthu. David Mitchell Nagy. Sai Herthika Naraharasetti. Caleb Nebiyu. Havish Reddy Netla. Maddie Story Nugent. Philip Lee Nugent. John Townsend O'Boyle. Georgi Okoyev. Mofinyi Folua Daniela Oladapo. Ayomide Daniel Omatoyi. Harry Ricardo Or Garcia. David Osick. Joshua Paul Ostin. Michael Alexander Ott. Anna Christina Ottman.
Lauren Naomi Owens. Sweda Sue Ozcan. Anna Elizabeth Page. Noah Andrew Palacarola. Roshni Satya Palavajala. Manasvini Parimi. Brian Jungwon Park. Daniel M. Park. Timothy Min Park. Timothy Sunwoo Park. Nevin Fambe Pacha. Mahi Patel. Meadow Claire Petticord. Olivia Marie Perkins. Allison Sue Peters. Mary Kathleen Pethick. Raul Reddy Pininti, Max Privet, Casey Joseph Pung, Ria Jayakumar Raikar, Pranav Rajan, Arnav B. Raju,
Shreyas Rath, Sean Rentz Rayburn, Juan Francisco Riberas Rodriguez, Ryan William Reesmandel, Rachel Ann Roberts, Alex Mitchell Rodman, Blake Harrison Rosenthal, Nicholas Robert Russo, Carter William Ryan, Nico Alexander Sambat, Archana Sethiamorthy, Sania Sandeep Savla, Isabel Anna Schreiber, Robert Frederick Schroeder, Courtney Alexandra Schweiger, Corey John Noel Scott, Sophie Hunter Seichek, Sabrine Asha Semper, Siddharth Ritesh Shah, Tamid Muntasir Sheikh, Justin Thomas Shillman, Brendan Kijung Shin, Caitlin Ann Sloper, Young Duck So,
Jonathan Alberto Soto, Haley Parker Spencer, Krish Schwader, Amanda Carmen Stevens, Emma River Stepke, Matthew Alexander Stringer, Isabel Nazla Suman, Manasa Sreya Sankara, Raghavendra Pavan Sankara, Max Agorovich Suzdaltsev, Ania Sedu Tamomanigandan, Angela Tan, Karthik Nair Taranath, Gabriel Bay Tiku, Lauren Rachel Tolley, Trisha Grace Thompsy, Zainab Mohammed Torki, Hannah Elizabeth Tripoli, Aubrey Catherine Trotman, Talia Taryn Simone Trotter, Jedin James Park Trong, Daniel Aaron Tuma, Eliasid Stanley Umansor Diaz, J. Sachin Vaichakar, Monica Alejandra Valladares Lopez, Rowan Michelle Vesey, Megan Kelly Wagner.
Megan Nicole Wagner. Corey Lee Wang. Kevin Jiahao Wang. Aman Wasim Sadiq. Seo Elise Waslik. Suhaila Davy Weibel. Kirsten Ariel Wilson. Liam Andrew Wilson. Amanda Marie Windsor. John Daniel Wobeking. Ava Elizabeth Wolf. Madison Grace Ray. Zachary Chen Wu. Andrew Beiji Yang. James Jiao Yang. Jeffrey Yuanfan Yang. Rahul Yarlagada. Sunri Chunmin Yen. Michael Philip Yencha. Mary J. Yodzis. Jennifer Minso Yu. Alan Jiaming Zhang. David Wenxia Zhang. Eric Zhang. Hannah Zhou.
Dr. Liu, please allow the following Howard County Public School System staff members to award their children's diplomas. Erica Alment, Central Office. Dana Ray Alment. Stephen Guest, Dunlogan Middle School. Kennedy Ann Guest. Carrie Hess, Mount View Middle School. Ryan James Hess. Alicia Jenkins, Running Brook Elementary School. Cole Robert Jenkins. Kelly Healy, Bowman Bridge Elementary School. John Crownapple, Central Office. Jillian Francis Crownapple. Anne Quonen Galvez, Athelton High School. Karina Michelle Quonen. Allison Lindell, Dayton Oaks Elementary School. Douglas Wayne Lindell, Jr. Somya Sundar, Veterans Elementary School. Rishi Makam. Nicole Murray, Running Brook Elementary School. Jada Noel Martin. Kristen Taka, Elkridge Elementary School. William James Nichols VI. Christine Park, Athelton Elementary School. Rachel Ji-Yun Park. Megan Remmel, Mount View Middle School. Jack Spear Remmel. Meg Savage, Bonnie Branch Middle School. Christopher Peter Savage, Jr. Jennifer Timer, Reservoir High School. Ashley Nicole Timer.
Please join me in congratulating the class of 2022. Once again, I want to thank all of our stage guests, parents, guardians, family members, and friends for attending our 14th graduation ceremony. I especially want to thank Mrs. Rashid, our graduation coordinator, and Mr. Frank and Mr. Corey, the class of 2022 sponsors. Seniors, you have one last task before you leave. I call on your senior class historian, Mia Johnson-Ball, to facilitate the final graduation tradition.
Will the class of 2022 please stand and join in the turning of the tassels? Congratulations!
I ask that you indulge me in one more minute, minute and a half. Stage guests and audience members, you may or may not know that many of these graduates seated before you today were at Mount View Middle School when they were in 6th grade. So I met them when they were almost 10 years old at the end of their 5th grade year when they came to visit in the spring. Some of them are almost 18. So I've known some of these children for almost 8 years. So I want to do one last picture. Students on the stage, if you could come down. I am using the pom-poms.
We are now at the conclusion of our ceremony. Parents and guardians and guests, please remain seated as the graduates recess out of the pavilion. Families can meet their graduates on the grassy area behind the pavilion, AKA the lawn. Thank you very much for your cooperation, and once again, congratulations, class of 2022.